Well, next video, made it through the week. Bob's back. Today is Sunday. Um, yeah, we made it through the week with doing. I mean, it was pretty. It got rough a little bit. Yeah. Um, had everybody scheduled. Had I get in there. I get up at 4:15 in the morning. Get in there and meet the drivers. Make sure they all go. most of the drivers showed up and did an awesome job, and I couldn't have done it without them. I did have a couple pop-ups that kind of put some stress on us. The out-of-town Illinois route, the one that, that's the one that has to leave first. That his car was sputtering. This is over the weekend after he had all weekend to work on it. I don't know what happened. His car was sputtering and he had to figure out what was going on with it. So he wasn't going to make it in for that route. Wow. First thing Monday morning. That's the first thing that happened to me. Which, I looked at options and I had to cancel the route. I mean, that's what you do. And I got one driver called off. Long route. So, anyway, covered what we could. I'm going to turn this, see what happens. Okay, my arm's kind of hurt. Yes, I'm on. Well, I'll get into that in a minute when I finish up this video as far as chemo. So I had to stop taking my chemo because it made me sick. I just couldn't work like I needed to for Bob. So I stopped taking it, and yeah, I mean, Tuesday came around. Oh boy, answering phone calls now, not answering texts, not checking in. So he's pretty much okay, off Monday and Tuesday now. Oh man, he had a sciatic nerve in his neck go out. He couldn't do his route. Thank God, thank God. We have Isaac, the new agent, and he and 8 Stan's crew, 832, 843. Awesome coverage. I mean, I leaned on them a lot. Debbie did an awesome job. My goodness. She bounced, man. She bounced according to what needed to be done, and we figured it out. We got some routes covered. It wasn't easy. I gotta set this down. My arms are hurting. So let me do this real quick. All right. Wow, that's weird. All right. Well, let's look at this, man. Don't have an appetite. Haven't had one. Chemo makes things. Well, it's not the chemo. I believe it's the steroids that make things taste weird. Anyway, Tuesday comes around. We cover. Other solid drivers kept going. They kept going. Tuesday, Nick's off. Dion's off. There was somebody else that was. Oh, I forgot to mention. Oh my gosh. With Dion off and all the craziness going on, I'm sitting there looking at Glenn's route and wondering why he wasn't there yet. I didn't know he wasn't going to be in till late. Now I had to cover his route. Oh my God. And that was a miscommunication, non-communication. Glenn wasn't coming in, but Bob had scheduled him. And I was expecting him to be there. And I wasn't worried because Glenn's usually solid. Number 2 screw. Number 3 screw on Monday. So the week started out really, really bad. But we got through it. You know, things happen. And when the main boss, the guy that knows how to do it, is off, I mean, you get through it. You do it. Okay. So, Tuesday. Went into Tuesday, just rattled like a chain, just rattling in the wind. We're working together, Debbie, me, and Matt. We're all, and the drivers are kicking some butt. The agents, Stan's drivers, Stan, Brad, Isaac, Mark. Mark was Isaac's driver. You know, we didn't have a lot put in place to have them, but they stepped up. I appreciated it. I really do. I appreciate it. So, you know, Tuesday was a stressful, busy. We got through it. And so Wednesday's kind of a lighter day, but with everything that's happening, there wasn't any time to relax and say, oh, Wednesday's here. Because Dion was still MIA. Nick was off Wednesday also. I'm missing some off, but it is what it is because we had to get through it no matter what. So anyway, Wednesday, you know, I had to start taking the doctor wanted me to start taking the other one half Mektobi, the chemo, half of the chemo that I take. He wanted me to start taking that Monday, so I did. Actually, it wasn't Monday, it was the week before. So I'm taking Mektobi, gotta get this straight. And he wanted me to start taking the Braftobi on Monday and take it all week because I have an appointment with him Monday, tomorrow, and we were going to see how things are going. I can't do that chemo with Bob off. I mean, it makes me sick. It makes me enough to not... Right here, it's you know, it's just, I get confused and not able to remember some things, but I'm functional, but it affects my thought process and thinking, and you know, I got a little headache going on right now because Wednesday, after not taking it, I realized there's this melanoma on the back of my head here, right here. It was growing. And the pain in my head right here, it was growing. The headache was coming back. So I had to make a decision. I made the decision to go back on the chemo that the doctor wanted me on Monday. So I did start taking that again, and like I said, it makes me feel sick and gives me a fever and chills, and the good thing is he cut it in half. Instead of 6 pills, I take 3 of the Braftobi. So that kind of helped to not get a full-blown take me out. I got to, but it did start creeping in on Wednesday. And so we made it through man, it was a rough week. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. You get two drivers off, and it's difficult. So anyway, yep, we're through getting through. Wednesday's on us, and so we're making it through. I mean, it was rough. I've already said it. Wednesday was rough. So now we're going Wednesday night to Thursday, and I'm starting to feel. So I get going Thursday. Get there. Drivers. No Dion still. I got Nick back now. And it's we just to cover the work fairly and completely on time. Now Bob can do it. He's good, but me, that's the side of operations that unfortunately I'm not a load planner. I relied heavily on Debbie, and oh my God, thank you, Debbie. So Thursday comes around, we're going through Thursday, and I'm getting sick. I made it to Thursday. I tried to stay, I couldn't. I was getting sick off the chemo, was messing with me. So we got through Thursday morning. We're trying to get into the afternoon, and I'm down. I am dead in the water as far as, because I was sick. I had to go lay down in my car. There was no way I was going to be productive. So I asked Matt and Debbie to cover Friday, and they did. They did. They covered Friday and got things done so I could stay home and lay. I'm still taking, and I'm just so weak, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just really bad when you feel that way with chemo. Chemo messes with you mentally, physically. So anyway, I was able to stay home Friday and just try to monitor, and I tried, but I was so laid up. And it was mental and physical. It wasn't just the physical with the chemo, it was mental stress. That really had something to do with it. Was the mental stress and chemo working together took me out. So I did what I could. I mean, I logged on from home, and I started dispatching the route driver calls to them, but Debbie was doing pretty good, so I saw she was dispatching stuff, and I was just kind of like bumping into stuff, and so I stopped and just watched and made sure that there wasn't anything else I could do. I had to go back to bed. I didn't. I didn't know what was going on. My body was just shut down, and so Friday was interesting. I did what I could, and I thank you, people. Thank everybody. I still wonder what's going to happen here. mean, I would be good to. Bob's right. He brought up something that about an operations assistant, and I kind of didn't go along with that at first, but he's right. I'm sorry, Bob. I You're right about an operations guy and an assistant, because obviously the condition I'm in right now is not beneficial for the company for me to sit there and try to make decisions for routes and stuff. And you are right on. I mean, I have great warehouse skills, organizational skills in the warehouse, management. I manage myself very well. Nobody has to watch me and make sure the job gets done. So maybe there's an angle there where I can make room for a guy. And it is what it is. Company does what they need to do. I think that's what needs to happen, is not replace me, but definitely have somebody, because we're at that point. We do need somebody else. We need. I mean, we're doing a lot of business now that justifies bringing in somebody, and you need that somebody in case Bob is off again, and they run the operations. And I mean, I was running it, and we got through it, but I don't think it's fair to the company for me to be, I don't know how to say it, but we did it, but there was a possibility that could blow up, and thank God it didn't. But we'll talk more. It's something that, now that Bob's taken his vacation, I don't know that there's a real rush right now, but we definitely need to get something in the works. So we will talk tomorrow, if not today. We're supposed to debrief today and brief him on what happened while he was gone. I'm sure he knows. But yeah, it was a rough week, but we made it. Made it through. I'll go in tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not feeling, man, this chemo. I gotta figure out the target dosage here. I can't take the full dosage like they want me to. I'm gonna figure out the target dosage for myself, because this right here, since I've been, I started saying I had to start taking the chemo again. No, I told you, sorry. But this bump right here was coming up pretty fast, and now it's going down again. So the chemo is working. It's just I have to take the chemo. I can't not take chemo. So I'm taking the chemo. And I feel like crap some days. I feel like this lethargic. Not lethargic. That was a bad word. I feel, the thought process is, I feel confused sometimes, and I'm able to function, but the chemo really needs to be able to work. And in order to do that, I have to take it. So I will talk to Bob and the company, and I think it'll work. I think it'll help the company succeed if I stand to the side for assistant operations guy for Bob, and do a lot of the warehouse, which is that would not put me in a position failure to the company. You know, if something happens to me, then they're not relying on me to be in charge of the drivers, or you know, necessarily be in charge of the warehouse, but I would be I would be able to monitor Israel and the crew and make sure they're working and being efficient and get all the skid freight done and stuff. So it's a lot of stuff to talk about. Anyway, I wanted to check in, let you know. I know I was pretty down. I'm a little more up now. It's just the stress does stuff, and we'll check in with you again. Just stay with me. You know, I need to promote GoFundMe. It's my dad is fighting cancer again, something. Just look GoFundMe John Sharkaddy, and if you can't donate, great. Just please share it. Please share it and share it with everybody you know, because I see a position here that I'm getting into that, I'm sorry, I know I'm direct and blunt. I'm just asking, please, 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 please. If something happens here that, which I'm not looking for it. I appreciate everything. I really do. Thank you.